Hey everybody, my name is R.C. Concepcion. I'm a photographer, educator, and the author of The Enthusiast Guide to Lightroom, 55 Photographic Principles You Need to Know. This series is designed to give you tips and techniques that are going to make your work better and make you work faster inside of Lightroom. In an earlier video, we talked about the benefit of using collections. That lets you create a series of different types of albums, if you will, and put images inside of them and still have the benefit of the fact that it only refers to one picture. I'll show you where we did that. We went under the Sabine collection, and inside of here, we took one file that we had, and I'm just gonna show you, come over here, and notice that I have a Best of Christmas album here, right? So there's that one picture. We have a Funny Hats picture, that's one picture, but that came from this one album, Sabine at Christmas. So if I make this adjustment here, this Funny Hats collection gets the adjustment, this Best of Christmas gets the adjustment. That's the benefit. Now, what if I don't want that? What if we want to create different versions of a file and have different types of versions for that? Well, that's where you would use virtual copies for this. So in this picture, I have a picture of my friend Destiny here. And what if I wanted to make a different copy of this picture? Well, I'm going to right click right on this. And from here, I'm going to select Create Virtual Copy. When I click on that, you'll notice that down here in the corner, there's a little dog ear that's telling me that this is a virtual copy. Now, the benefit to this is I have the option to now turn this into something completely different. Let's just say we come over here, we add 2 levels of clarity, and then I'm just going to add 1 black and white. We talked about this also in another podcast. Now, once we have that there, that's another version. Now, what I want to do here is I'm just going to right click on this black and white version that I have here, and I'm going to create another virtual copy. Once I have that set, I'm going to come all the way down here to split toning, and I'm going to grab my shadows, I'm going to make them this dark blue. I'm going to take my highlights and make them this lighter blue. Now I have another version. I'm going to grab this version here that I have at the very, very top, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to make a new virtual copy. I'm going to drop the exposure a little bit on this one. All right, now let's go to basics, drop the exposure a little bit, open up those shadows, and just a little bit of contrast that's there. Maybe make one last one over here, and I'm going to make a virtual copy again. And let's just go over to effects, and we'll add a bunch of grain to the picture, and we'll do a post-crop vignette. Now, notice that I have one individual picture here, plus 1 copy, 2 copies, 3 copies, 4 copies. If I go to the grid mode, I can show you all of these. I'm going to shift click, single click on one, shift click all the other ones, and just hit the letter N for survey mode. And I'll turn lights off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies, and we did all of those versions really, really fast by using the virtual copy section. The beautiful part about this is that if you didn't notice, the speed is incredible when you're doing this. One of the benefits of using Lightroom is that Lightroom does all of these edits parametrically. And what that means is you have the raw file, and all of the changes that you're doing to a raw file are just text changes that are sitting inside of a database. So for it doesn't have to manipulate and push and pull pixels when it needs to do these edits. That's how virtual copies work as well. Even though they're copies of one another, right? They're still all referencing the same file, and it's just making text edit changes to that. So you can grab all of these and you can make them really, really fast and then send them to a client and say, which one do you like from these? Now, the moment that you go into, let's turn my lights on here, and I'm gonna go to this black and white. If I wanted to export this out, I could just right click, select export, and export from the list, and it will take this picture, the virtual copy, and it will mash it with all of that processing data, and you will have a file that has been sent out of Lightroom, and that's going to be a JPEG with all of the changes. But the key to all of this is that there's no space that's being compromised. The speed is really, really good, and now you have the opportunity to create different versions right on the fly, all with a virtual copy. If you want to see more of this kind of information, make sure that you go to rockynook.com and take a look at my new book, The Enthusiast Guide to Lightroom. My name is RC. Thanks for watching.